Marcus sat in his car outside his old high school, watching teenagers stream out of the building, backpacks slung over shoulders, phones in hand, talking about weekend parties and who was dating who. He'd driven here on impulse after his 10-year high school reunion invitation arrived in the mail. At 25, Marcus felt like he was starting his life 10 years too late. While his classmates were finishing college, landing careers, some even getting married, Marcus was still trying to figure out who he was supposed to be. He'd wasted his teenage years, not just wasted them, actively ruined them. And now he was paying the price. As he watched these kids, Marcus wished he could go back and shake his 15-year-old self. Tell him everything he was about to mess up. Show him exactly how to ruin the most important years of his life. Because Marcus had perfected the art of teenage self-destruction. Step 1. Believe that grades don't matter. I'm not going to college anyway. Teenage Marcus had declared, these grades won't matter in the real world. So he coasted, C's and D's, barely graduated. While his friends got into good colleges with scholarships, Marcus worked minimum wage jobs and watched opportunities pass him by. Step 2. Choose the wrong crowd. Marcus had ditched his childhood friends, the ones who studied, played sports, had goals. Instead, he gravitated toward the cool kids who spent weekends smoking behind gas stations and talking about how school was stupid. Those friends, by 20, half were in jail or rehab, the other half were working dead-end jobs and still talking about their high school glory days. Step 3. Avoid everything that builds character. Sports, too much work. Drama club, that's for nerds. Debate team, waste of time. Part-time job, I'm too busy. Marcus said no to every opportunity that might have taught him discipline, teamwork, or work ethic. Instead, he spent 4 years playing video games and hanging out at the mall. Step 4. Think you know everything. When his parents tried to give advice, teenage Marcus would roll his eyes. You don't understand. Things are different now. When teachers offered help, he'd shrug it off. When coaches tried to recruit him for teams, he'd decline. Marcus was convinced that everyone over 25 was out of touch and had nothing valuable to teach him. If you're watching this as a teenager, or you know one who needs to hear this, hit that subscribe button because Marcus learned these lessons the hard way. Step 5. Live only for today. YOLO, teenage Marcus would say, blowing off homework to hang out with friends. I'll worry about the future later. He never thought about how his choices were building his tomorrow. Every skipped class, every lazy weekend, every opportunity declined was a vote for the kind of adult he'd become. At 25, Marcus finally understood what he'd done to himself. While his classmates had spent their teens building skills, relationships, and opportunities, Marcus had built nothing. He'd treated those years like they didn't matter, like they were just a waiting period before real life began. But those years were real life. They were the foundation years. And Marcus had built his foundation out of sand. Now he was 25, starting from scratch, trying to catch up to people who'd used their teenage years wisely, learning discipline he should have learned at 16, building work ethic he should have developed at 17, making connections he should have made at 18. Marcus looked at those kids walking out of school and wanted to yell, those 4 years are UNT practice. They count. Every choice you make is building who you become. Instead, he drove home and wrote a letter to his cousin Jake, who was about to start high school. Your teenage years aren't the pause before your life begins. They are your life beginning. Don't waste them like I did. Your teenage years aren't a dress rehearsal. They're the foundation of everything that comes after. The habits you build, the friends you choose, the effort you give, the character you develop, it all compounds. You can spend those years building the person you want to become, or you can spend them building nothing and wonder why you're starting from zero at 25. Choose wisely. Your future self is watching.